All right, artists, we're ready for step 2. First, you need to turn your paper over so it is blank. All right, we're just gonna use a simple shape today, and we're gonna use our hands for our art project. So I'm gonna place my hand right in the middle of my paper. Okay, and then I'm going to trace around, starting at the bottom of my paper, around my fingers. Okay, oops, I'm gonna move my ring over. There we go. And then remember, you wanna trace it all the way down to the bottom. My watch kinda got in the way. All right, so there's the first part that we need to do. If you need to fix your hand up a little bit, I had a few little bumps where my ring was there. Okay, so then what we're gonna do is we're going to draw straight lines out from our hand. We want to kind of make them evenly spaced because these are going to be the sections for our line pattern to go into. So I'm just going to start here and I'm going to draw a line all the way out to the edge. Okay. And I don't want my sections too tiny because that would make me have to do lots of different patterns, but I do want some out here. So I'm just kind of trying to keep them pretty evenly spaced. Okay, so now I have different sections around my hand. Then I'm gonna use either a Sharpie or a black marker, and I want you to trace all of your lines. Try to stay right on those lines for me. I like to think of it as a train track. And I am the train and I have to stay right on that track to trace. Okay. Once you get your hand done, I want you to do your main lines too. We're almost ready for the fun part. Okay, so remember all those lines we drew in pencil on the back of our paper? We're going to use that to help us. We're going to be learning about using different lines to create patterns. And a pattern is something that is done over and over and over again. So if you turn your paper over, I saw different lines that we could use. I'm going to start with the curvy line. And in this section, I'll do it right here. Actually, I'm going to use a marker. I think I can do this without needing to do a pencil first. Okay, so say I choose red. I am going to start, and I have to stay in this section. And I'm going to do all curvy lines in this section. Okay, and I'm going to stay with that same colored marker, making sure to take my pattern all the way to the edge. Okay, I might even add another one right there. Okay, so you're going to fill up that whole section. Okay, another type of line that was on the back side of our paper. I kind of like the wave. I'm going to use blue because it's going to remind me of the ocean. So I'm going to draw my waves. Okay, remember, you need to go all the way to the end of the section. So you can kind of see what we're doing now. You are going to create a different line pattern in each of your sections. Okay? Once you get all those done, what I want you to do is take crayons or colored pencil, and I want you to lightly color that whole section. So if I was doing this one in crayon now, I'm gonna choose a light blue crayon, I think, okay? And so I'm just gonna lightly color over. So you see how I color all the same direction? And nice tiny strokes. I give even pressure throughout the whole thing. Okay, and I go slow along those edges so I don't go out of my lines. Back and forth, back and forth. I like to keep my crayon direction going the same way. It just makes my art look so much better. Okay, in art, you have to learn how to take your time and do a really nice job. Okay, so then you can take, say you want to do pink over your red lines. You could do a totally different color too. Maybe you want yellow over it. It doesn't matter. I just chose pink. Watch me color again. I go slow along my edges, all one direction. Do you see how I use the side of my crayon too? That gives me a nice, even color there. All right. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna continue doing this in all of your sections. Once you get all of your sections done, we're gonna leave our hand white here, okay? That's gonna be our negative space, and it's gonna be white. This is gonna be our positive space, and this is our negative space. We're gonna keep that white, okay? I'll put a picture of my finished project when I'm all done, but I'm just gonna keep going and adding different lines that we drew over here. If you run out of ideas, you can come up with your own ideas. So maybe, I'm gonna come up with a new line real quick, just so you can see if you run out of ideas or you don't like some of those, maybe you're gonna come up with a different idea. So I'm gonna call this hatched lines. So I'm gonna go diagonal. Ooh, this is a pretty big section in between my fingers here. And then I want to go diagonal the other way. So I'm kind of joining two different lines to create this pattern. Okay, a pattern is just something that happens over and over again. So we didn't have that one on our other page, but it's okay. It's still a line, and I just made it up. And then I'm gonna use a yellow. Remember, side to side, side to side, to color it all in. All right, I hope you have fun making lines and patterns today. Once you're finished with this, I want you to take a picture and upload it to Canvas for me. I can't wait to see your lines and patterns. Have a great day.